Hey guys, what is going on? It's Jake, aka Parky1 here, and welcome to the 10th episode of my FIFA 16 career mode. Now, we've got 6 games in here today, and we've actually got a few big opponents, and you'll see that later on we actually face off against Arsenal in the Cup, and we actually face off against our bitter rivals, Blackpool. But anyway, we've got 6 good games in this episode, and let's just get straight into it. So, we've actually got Wimbledon in the first game, and I'm actually playing Ashley Hunter and Norton as like 2 of the front 3. So obviously they're not casual players. They're not the people who actually is like star every week. But yeah, I thought I'd actually try and swap the game up a little bit. But that is literally the closest a chance came in the first half. Like literally us against Wimbledon, I thought we would actually dominate. I said actually twice there. We would dominate this game like so easy, but Devante Cole came up in the second half, just 5 minutes after the half-time whistle went, and he just came up with a typical Devante Cole goal now. Like, I remember at the start of the series I actually got an offer for him, and I'm so glad I didn't actually get rid of him, because he's been the star up front. He's been the best striker of the team, easy. And Wes Burns, that just sums up his form at the moment. For anything at the moment, but it didn't matter because luckily 1 goal was enough, and we actually beat Wimbledon 1-0, and that was in the Johnston Paint Trophy as well. So I'm going to lead these training sessions in between because I think I go for like 4 of them, and they actually go up pretty nice. So obviously Mikowski's the only one that actually went up there, but I think most of them actually go up like at least 1 in this episode, but I'm not too sure about that. So we'll have a look at that when they actually come across. Well, come on the screen. So, our second game of the day is against Peterborough, and I instantly noticed Zakwani, like, because he's famous for the silver teams on Ultimate Team, like, because he was a 74 pace centre-back who was absolutely beast. His strength was unbelievable. So, I thought it would be really tough to get through. But weirdly enough, it wasn't, because, as you can see, I passed the ball to David Ball there, and David Ball just had a free run at the goal, like, just shot near post. And, yeah, the keeper just didn't even do anything. This is Ben Alnwick, by the way. I noticed a couple episodes I called another keeper Ben Alnwick, but that was a different keeper with the same surname. This is actually Ben Alnwick, the one with the beard. But, yeah, anyway, that was an easy goal. And, yet again, look at this. Look at how much space Vaca has there. Like, their defence just, for some reason, just split open. Like, it's like they were attacking from the first minute. Like, you'll see it here, there's nobody there. Now, the left-back's chasing Vaca there. He was on the halfway line. And he was like 10 yards behind. But then Peterborough actually had a chance, and I was so glad that went wide. So glad. Because, honestly, that... I just saw that going top corner, but luckily it didn't. And we went into half-time... Well, we went at the half-time whistle. 2-0 up, and I forgot my words there, but yep, lucky deflection there for the third goal. Really lucky. It was the same time that Cole scored in the last game, 49th minute, like 49 going on 50th. But as you can see here, Murgia passes the ball off to, I think that's Sarcevic. Alnwick does well to actually save it, to be honest, and then Phillips actually turns it in to an open net. But yet again, what is going on? Like, this happened to me in like 3 different games today. Like, people, like my defenders were clearing it the wrong way, and Harris, he's a brilliant finish, but he scores an own goal without any pressure on him. And Vaca there, he just missed the target. But yeah, there wasn't really much bad I could take from this Peterborough performance, other than the fact that, like, Bob Harris actually scored an own goal, of which I actually took him straight off. Because if you're going to do that in my team, you might as well just not be there. So, yeah, to be honest, like, Bob Harris, he's a loanee. I've already been looking for the January transfer window. I've already been looking for left-back contingencies. And I think I've found 3 potential ones. And I'll actually share those with you in the next episode, because this is going to finish off December. So this is actually going to be, like, the last of 2015, I think. Yeah, last of 2015. But here we go. Here is the main game of this episode. We're against Arsenal in the Cup. And, oh my days, I was like... I really wanted to win this. Because we actually faced off against Norwich in the last round of this Cup. And we actually only just beat them 1-0. But I've got to be frank with you. this game was like, it'll seem boring, like, but it really wasn't. It was literally end to end, but brilliant save by Gogic there. Absolutely brilliant save as Tomini actually just, I don't know, he just walked through my defence, and it was another one of those crosses where you play it towards the keeper rather than back towards the defence. And Flamini with a brilliant header, but Gogic with a strong hand there. But yeah, that was the only chance in the first half. I think there was 3 chances in this whole game. It was literally end to end, but no shots could get pulled off. But Rudder Kampanzu, that's his name. I forgot his name for a second there. He got free, but his left-footed shot just got tipped wide by Ospina. But here is the game-changing moment as Ball ran round, passed the ball to Devontae Cole, and he belted that. He won us the game in the 89th minute. Like, the third shot of the game, our second shot of the game. Like, we hadn't had a shot until the 70th minute. We had one shot with Rudder Kampanzu and then one shot with Devontae Cole, and that's all we needed. Because you can see, I saw Devontae Cole running. I instantly pushed through, ball to him, took 1 touch, 2 touch, bang, and Ospina had no chance saving that. And honestly, I was relieved, properly relieved. And oh man, he is literally the key striker at this club, and that is like that's just it. He's the main striker at this club. It doesn't matter who else we've got. Devontae Cole is the main striker. But there you go, there's clarification. There was only 3 shots, and none of them were off target in the whole game. So yeah, it wasn't a boring game by any means. It was like really hard to play, because like they played through Hector Bellerin and they played through Monreal, giving it up to like Santi Cazorla and then Sanchez and then Welbeck, and they tried to actually make chances, but luckily I read almost every one of them. But they did the same to me. Like, Devontae Cole can actually get through, Ball can get through, and pretty much Rudder Kampanzu was our best player in that game. Like, he ran his like boots off. But we got off to a bad start in the next game against Gillingham. So just after the 10th minute, like, they got a good chain of passes going there, right along my defence, because one defender moved that away. Davis went to him, which meant there was a gap there. Another pass went off behind Cazorla, but he couldn't stop it, and it was made 1-0. And that was a bad chance there. But Sarcevic played the ball off to Vamara Sonogo, who I've really started to like playing with. Like, he's not like the rating of the likes of Vaca and Cole and Amiobi and Hennon and Ball and all that. But it's like, I don't know, he just does the job for me. He really just does the job whenever he plays. And I was so lucky for this. The ball was played straight through. My defender just couldn't reach it. And luckily, Gogic, who I've started playing as a main keeper over Moret, I think he's actually playing this game, but if he's not, forgive me, but he's actually been such a saint in our team. Like, he can actually catch a ball. That's what I actually love about him. But that was a brilliant shot there, but like unlucky to miss. And we hit the post with a free kick from Sarcevic, because I put enough power on that I thought would take it top corner, but it really didn't. And Sarcevic missed a brilliant chance there. I don't know what he was doing, but we were saved here. Kuromya turned his man, ran inside towards the box, and Wright for some reason absolutely wipes him out. Like, no chance getting the ball. And you know what? He's going to step up, but David Ball smashing it into the roof of the net. 2-1, back in it from 1-0 down against Gillingham. Like we're actually keeping a good unbeaten streak here. Like, this was actually a really good moment for us, because at this point we've won all 3 games like in December. Well, these 3 games in December. But yeah, he just got even better, because Ball actually finished off a first-time finish. Like, albeit it swerved away from the keeper, but it hit the inside of the post, hit the other post, and then went in. Like, you don't really see that very often on this game, but a nice 1-2 between Sarcevic and Ball there. And yeah, it was just one of those games where, like, I just needed that penalty to just sway the decision, because I really couldn't actually break through until that point. And here we go with our 3rd training session. As you can see, Gozzi's actually a 64 now, and no one actually went up in that one. But Gozzi's actually really progressing. I I feel like I'm training him a bit too much, but I feel like yet again I really need to push him. But we're on I think it's our second to last game of this episode now, and we're against Walsall, and they have 2 of my January transfer targets. Like, because they're on, I can sign them on contract expiries, and it is Romain Sawyers, who's the centre attacking mid of their team, and Sam Monson, who's the centre mid of their team. Like, they're both on 6-month contracts now, and sorry, I've got to just talk about this now. Clayton Lewis, again, it's his second appearance and he comes out with that. Like, he's only played 2 games for us and that is his second goal, but what a banger that is. Like, I don't think there's many that have been better than that, because look at the swerve away from the keeper. Like, he's a 52 rated 18-year-old. Like, it's not like he's like Sarcevic, who's a 66 rated 23-year-old. There's miles between, but Clayton Lewis seems to do the job. And, you know what, he's the deciding factor going into half-time. He actually made it 1-0 and that was it. But McLaughlin played it up to Sarcevic and unlucky to get a deflection. And I think it was pushed behind by the keeper as well, so that was really unlucky for him. And we're actually winning possession stats on this game, which I was really surprised about. But this was like the closest they came for a long while. And it was a pretty tame shot that went straight into Gogic's hands. But literally from that kick, like, we lost the ball, but David Ball won it back, turned inside and gave it to Devontae Cole. But what a save from the keeper that was. It was unbelievable. But with 10 seconds left on time, Jimmy Ryan steps up and just hits it, like, literally millimetres wide from the post. And that was it. That was the last chance. Literally, Clayton Lewis was the deciding factor. Like, the lowest rated player in my entire side, like, throughout the whole squad. And he actually did it. But as you can see here, 3 people went up. Kiwami, Gogic and Makowski. So Makowski's actually 61 now. Kiwami is finally in his 60s. And I didn't really catch what Gogic was actually up to. But here is the final episode of this episode. But guess what? It's a derby. It had to be a derby, didn't it? The last game of the year. And it is against Blackpool. And it's at Bloomfield Road, albeit they're playing at Moulton Road. I don't want to discuss why they actually made Bloomfield Road at 1 year, but they just don't bother putting it in the game anymore. But anyway, this was a really exciting game. Like, this was a really good game because Uche passed the ball to Jack Redshaw there, and I felt like it was really unlucky to actually not score that. Like, this was a really good game, and honestly, there was chances just constantly. Like Brandon Potts here, brilliant catch by Gogic. I know Moret would have actually just pushed that wide and probably we would have conceded. But Redshaw actually came up again, and Norris, the banger there. Like, Gogic, he couldn't actually catch that one. But yeah, Blackpool just kept pressing, like Uche with this, and then Gogic saved us again. And then done with that. I mean, like, Gogic saved us about 5 times there in a pretty tame shot by Murgia. It was our only chance in the first half. But you can see, like, this game was just packed with chances. It's a typical derby game. Like, there was fouls everywhere. There was yellow cards. There was probably a claim for a red card by me. And there was just shots everywhere. But literally, that corner, Murgia just headed it over the bar. And I thought that was it. I thought that was the goal that would take it. But Murgia on the edge of the box with a pretty nice finesse shot. But I don't know why he went far post, because it made it an easy catch for Leathern. But Yeats here, like, I don't know what my defenders were doing. I mean, Nelson actually just ran off, and then Kedziora couldn't actually get past him. But yeah, it was one of those. But Vaca here, like, what a shot onto the post. Vamara Sonogo, once again, does like a magic touch, and then volleys it with his weak foot into the back of the net. And the 90th minute, like, talk about a saviour of a team, like, against our bitter rivals, like, in the league. Vaca hits against the post, that godly touch, and then he just bangs it right into the back of the net, and that was the goal that did it. That's what won it. But anyway, that's it for the games now. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like, we're actually up to episode 10 now, but episode 11 will be the January transfer window, so look forward to that. But if you did like this video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe for future content, and you know what, guys? See you later.